Fear defeats more people than any other one thing in the world. Ralph Waldo Emerson. Fear is the silent thief of dreams, stopping more people than failure ever could. It whispers doubts, magnifies risks, and convinces you that staying where you are is safer than stepping forward. But here's the truth: fear is an illusion, a mental roadblock that only has power if you give it permission. Think about every success story you've heard. Behind each one is a person who faced fear and moved forward anyway. They felt the uncertainty, the nerves, the hesitation, but they acted. That's the secret: action dissolves fear. Every small step you take weakens its grip. Don't let fear rob you of the life you deserve. The unknown is scary, but regret is far worse. The only way to truly defeat fear is to walk straight through it. Face it, challenge it, and prove to yourself that you are stronger than the doubts in your mind. Fear is only as deep as the mind allows. Japanese proverb. Fear is a creation of the mind, and its depth is determined by how much power you give it. Your thoughts shape your reality. When you believe fear is overwhelming, it becomes just that. But when you recognize it as a fleeting emotion, you strip it of its control. Think about moments when fear held you back. Was it truly impossible, or did your mind build walls that weren't really there? The strongest people aren't fearless, they simply refuse to let fear dictate their actions. Every time you push past fear, you prove to yourself that it was never as deep as it seemed. So, challenge your limits. Break free from hesitation. The more you train your mind to see fear as an illusion, the less control it will have over your life. Fear fades when you stop feeding it. The brave man is not he who does not feel afraid, but he who conquers that fear. Nelson Mandela. Courage isn't about being fearless, it's about feeling the fear and pushing forward anyway. True bravery is acknowledging your fears but refusing to let them control you. Nelson Mandela reminds us that even the strongest people feel fear, the difference is that they conquer it. Every great achievement starts with a moment of doubt, a whisper of fear, but success belongs to those who act despite it. Whether it's chasing your dreams, speaking your truth, or stepping outside your comfort zone, bravery is built through action. Think of the moments when fear almost stopped you, yet you pushed through. That's where real strength is born. Next time fear creeps in, remind yourself, you don't have to be fearless. You just have to be courageous enough to move forward. Fear is a reaction. Courage is a decision. Winston Churchill. Fear is automatic, it's a natural reaction to the unknown, the risky, the uncertain. But courage, that's a choice. Winston Churchill's words remind us that bravery isn't about being fearless, it's about making a conscious decision to move forward despite fear. Every great success story begins with someone who felt fear but chose courage instead. Whether it's starting a new business, speaking in public, or making a life-changing decision, the difference between those who succeed and those who don't is simple: action. Next time fear tries to hold you back, pause and remember, you have a choice. Will you react and retreat? Or will you decide to rise? Choose courage, and watch your world change. Do one thing every day that scares you. Eleanor Roosevelt. Growth begins where comfort ends. Eleanor Roosevelt's words remind us that fear isn't a stop sign, it's a green light for growth. When you push past fear daily, you build resilience, confidence, and strength. Whether it's speaking up in a meeting, trying something new, or taking that first step toward a dream, every small act of courage shapes a bolder, braver you. So, what's one thing that scares you today? Face it, own it, and watch yourself transform. Nothing in life is to be feared, it is only to be understood. Marie Curie. Fear fades when knowledge grows. Marie Curie's wisdom reminds us that the unknown isn't something to fear, it's something to explore. When we take the time to understand challenges, obstacles, or even our deepest fears, they lose their grip on us. Knowledge gives us power, clarity, and confidence to move forward. So instead of fearing the future, seek to understand it. Learn, adapt, and grow. What's one fear you can face with knowledge today? Too many of us are not living our dreams because we are living our fears. Les Brown? Are you letting fear steal your dreams? Les Brown's words hit deep. Too many people stay stuck, not because they lack potential, but because fear keeps them from taking that first step. What if, instead of living in fear, you chased your dreams with courage? The only way to break free is to take action despite the fear. Every great success story begins with someone who refused to let fear win. Today, choose faith over fear. Take that risk. Start that journey. Your dreams are waiting. Fear makes strangers of people who would be friends. Shirley MacLaine. Fear builds walls where bridges should be. Shirley MacLaine's words remind us that fear can keep us from forming meaningful connections. How many friendships have we missed out on just because we were afraid to say hello, afraid of judgment, or afraid of rejection? The truth is, most people are just as nervous as you are. A simple smile, a kind word, or a small act of courage can turn a stranger into a lifelong friend. Don't let fear keep you isolated, open your heart, take that step, and connect. Who knows? Your next conversation could change your life. There is no illusion greater than fear. Lao Tzu. Fear is the ultimate illusion, a shadow that distorts reality and holds us back from our true potential. Lao Tzu reminds us that fear often creates barriers where none exist, clouding our judgment and limiting our possibilities. When we face fear, we uncover the truth: there's often nothing to fear at all. It's important to recognize fear for what it truly is, a mental construct. When we challenge it, we unlock our greatest power, stepping into opportunities we once thought impossible. Don't let fear be the illusion that controls you. Embrace the unknown, trust in yourself, and watch your life transform. The only thing we have to fear is fear itself. Franklin D. Roosevelt. Franklin D. Roosevelt's powerful words remind us that fear is often our greatest obstacle. When we allow fear to take control, it paralyzes us, keeping us from reaching our true potential. But in reality, fear is simply a feeling, one that can be faced and overcome. The true enemy is not the challenges ahead, but the fear that holds us back from taking that first step. Once we realize this, we can break free from its grip and move forward with confidence and courage. So, let's not be defined by our fears, let them fuel our determination to push past limits and achieve greatness. Fear is temporary. Regret is forever. Unknown. Fear can feel overwhelming, but it is a fleeting emotion that passes when we face it head-on. On the other hand, regret lingers, often long after the moment has passed. When we let fear hold us back from taking action, it's the regret that stays with us, making us question what might have been. It's easy to get stuck in our comfort zones, but true growth happens when we step out of them. Every time we face fear and take action, we build resilience, confidence, and a stronger sense of self. Don't let fear rob you of your potential. Take the leap, make that change, or take that risk, because regret will last much longer than the fear you face now. Run toward the roar. Christine Kane. This powerful quote speaks to the idea of facing our fears and challenges head-on, rather than running away from them. When we encounter difficulties or situations that intimidate us, our instinct is often to retreat. But true growth happens when we boldly move toward what frightens us, because that's where we'll find strength, transformation, and success. The roar symbolizes the unknown or the tough obstacles we must face in life. Instead of avoiding them, we can choose to confront them with courage and resilience. Every challenge is an opportunity to learn and become stronger. So, the next time fear arises, remember this quote. Embrace the discomfort and know that it's only leading you towards something greater. The fears we don't face become our limits. Robin Sharma. This insightful quote reminds us that avoiding fear doesn't make it disappear. In fact, it only holds us back from reaching our full potential. When we choose not to confront our fears, they become invisible walls, limiting our opportunities and growth. But when we face them head-on, we break through those barriers and unlock new possibilities. Fear is natural, but it's how we respond to it that shapes our future. Instead of letting fear control us, we can choose to turn it into a stepping stone for success. Each time we push past a fear, we expand our boundaries and become more empowered. Remember, fear is not the enemy, inaction is. Confront your fears today and watch how they lose their power over you. Brave men rejoice in adversity, just as brave soldiers triumph in war. Seneca. This powerful quote by Seneca highlights the strength and resilience found in embracing challenges. True bravery is not about avoiding hardships, it's about facing them head-on and finding growth in the struggle. Just like soldiers triumph through battles, we can rise above life's adversities and come out stronger on the other side. When we encounter obstacles, we have two choices: let them defeat us, or use them as opportunities to grow and build resilience. Adversity becomes the proving ground for our character and determination. So next time life throws a curveball, remember that it's an opportunity for greatness. Embrace the challenge, face it with courage, and rejoice in the strength you'll gain. Everything you've ever wanted is on the other side of fear. George Adair. This quote is a powerful reminder that fear often stands between us and our dreams. It's easy to let fear hold us back, but what if the very thing we've been longing for is just beyond that fear? Whether it's success, love, or personal growth, fear is often the barrier that keeps us from reaching our full potential. The key is to face that fear head-on, knowing that on the other side lies everything you've been striving for. Push through the discomfort, take that leap, and watch how your life transforms. Remember, fear is temporary, but the rewards are lasting. Keep moving forward and embrace the unknown, you'll be amazed at what you can achieve. We fear things in proportion to our ignorance of them. Christian Nestel Bovey. This quote speaks to how fear often arises from the unknown. When we don't understand something fully, it becomes a source of anxiety and hesitation. But the moment we take the time to learn and understand, that fear tends to dissipate. Think about how you might fear trying something new or unfamiliar, be it a new job, a new place, or even a new relationship. It's the lack of knowledge about it that fuels your worry. But once you dive in, you realize it's not as scary as you thought. So, next time you feel fear creeping in, take a step back and seek knowledge. Understanding brings clarity, and clarity can turn fear into excitement. What would life be if we had no courage to attempt anything? Vincent van Gogh. This powerful quote by Van Gogh encourages us to reflect on the importance of courage in pursuing our dreams and desires. Without courage, we'd be paralyzed by fear and doubt, unable to take the risks that bring growth and fulfillment. Life is full of challenges, and only by having the courage to face them can we unlock our true potential. Every great achievement, every breakthrough, and every beautiful moment comes from someone daring enough to try, even when the path is uncertain. The unknown can be intimidating, but as Van Gogh wisely reminds us, it's in our attempts that we discover new possibilities and shape the life we truly desire. So, let's embrace courage, step out of our comfort zones, and take the first step toward something new. Action cures fear, inaction creates terror. Douglas Horton. This quote highlights a powerful truth: taking action is the antidote to fear, while hesitation only amplifies it. When we feel afraid, it's easy to get stuck in a cycle of overthinking and worrying, but the moment we decide to act, we begin to break free from that grip of fear. Inaction can leave us paralyzed, imagining worst-case scenarios, and increasing our anxiety. But when we step forward and do something, anything, it brings a sense of control, empowerment, and progress. The simple act of moving forward turns fear into something manageable, showing us that it was never as big as we thought. Don't let fear keep you stuck. Take that first step and let action transform your mindset. You miss 100% of the shots you don't take. Wayne Gretzky. This iconic quote reminds us that in life, the greatest risk is not taking any risks at all. Whether it's pursuing your dreams, speaking up for yourself, or trying something new, the only guarantee is that you won't achieve anything if you never take that first step. Each shot, whether it leads to success or failure, is a step toward growth. Embrace the possibility of both failure and success because both are part of the journey. Every time you take a shot, you gain experience, learn, and get closer to your goals. Don't let fear of failure hold you back. The opportunity to succeed only comes when you choose to act. One of the greatest discoveries a person makes is that they can do what they were afraid they couldn't do. Henry Ford. Often, the things we fear the most are the very things that unlock our potential and help us grow. The moment we push through that fear, we realize that we're capable of so much more than we imagined. Fear can be paralyzing, but when we face it head-on, we discover new strengths, abilities and confidence that we didn't know existed. It's not about being fearless, but about taking action despite fear. So, don't let fear hold you back from reaching your true potential. Push past it, and witness the greatness that lies just on the other side.